Today, we are going to go through how to complete the daily check on your oxygen cylinder, which is situated on your crash trolley. First, check that the regulator is in good condition and free from oil or grease. Every cylinder should have a key attached to it. If there is not a key, contact the equipment library. To check the contents of the cylinder, turn the key anti-clockwise until the contents of the cylinder register on the gauge. The cylinder shown is full. If you have less than a quarter, please replace the cylinder. Now we have checked the contents of the cylinder, we need to turn the cylinder off and empty the oxygen which is left in the regulator. To do this, turn the key clockwise. This will shut off the valve on the cylinder. Then turn the dial on in order to empty the oxygen retained in the regulator. Once this is done, turn the dial to off. Please remember that cylinders should be left in this position when not in use. Please be aware that if the gauge is showing that there is oxygen in the cylinder, but when you start to use it, the dial drops down quickly. It is because the valve on the cylinder has been closed, but the oxygen in the regulator has not been released. If this is the case, you need to turn the key anti-clockwise to open the valve. Once the valve is open, you will be able to use the cylinder as normal. Please remember that the cylinder should be stored with the valve closed and the oxygen retained in the regulator must be emptied as shown.
So just to clarify, that the regulators should be left in the off position. So the valve from the cylinder to the regulator should be closed. Any oxygen left in the regulator should be released so that the dial on the regulator is showing as 0. So this is the recommendation from the manufacturers. It's also the recommendations from fire safety, it's the trust policy, and it's also the industry standard. Every regulator should have a key attached to it, so we can still use them in an emergency. And then just to clarify, this is the case for every regulator that we have in the trust. It's not just the ones on the crash trolleys. If you're unsure on how to do these tests or how to set them up, please do re-watch the video, or you can always contact the equipment library and we're happy to come down and run through things again with you.